Nintendo presents the good old days once again. We're what, 7 out of 10 exits? It's not bad. Not bad at all. I just need to remember how to not door, which might take some doing. If we're lucky, we can get past this section quickly, though. I remain cautiously optimistic. Nope, that isn't it. Misalignment. With any luck, Costco won't do what... Or Comcast won't do what it did last time, either. Oh. Can't grab that edge, can you? Turn this down just a bit more for me. Okay. Oh, yeah, I guess we'll hit the box. If you enter the doors, you reset this room. Try not to be in the same Y position with the doors and use the up button carefully. Fireballs are weird. They desync quickly, and I don't know why. They always seem to launch consistently, but then after that, good fucking luck. Okay. I like this spot. Up and to the right. And then bonk. Let's see, what have we gotten done today? I've got most of a PR done for work, which is kind of nice. I'll have one last niggling detail, but it will get resolved. I'm fully confident that I'll put out a PR tomorrow, which is nice. It needs to be done by Wednesday, so having it done by Friday seems like a good idea. There's not a, Alright, then there's this part. Okay. Please don't kick yourself. I don't know why he does that. Dang Koopa with a death wish. Oh. It feels arbitrary and unfair, and I have no idea why it happens. Like, maybe there's something I'm doing wrong, but I just don't know yet. A bit lower. I don't know why I think I need to jump there. I've definitely done that section. I've definitely held down on a fence before. Go. Grab block. Throw block. Move forward. Go ahead. Try to detect it. Ugh. I hate the yellow Koopa. It was too late. To whip it. Into shape. Shape it up. Get straight. Go forward. Oh, that was way too late. Yellow Koopa is so cute, though. I don't know about that. I spent a long time struggling with this yellow Koopa yesterday. How you doing, Darkenine? I just wish I knew what I was doing wrong. Like, when I bonk it and it moves forward into it, whatever. There's nothing I can do about that. But when it decides to kick itself, to kick the shell into itself, that's when I just don't know what to do with it. Louis didn't seem to know what to do either, which was surprising. So I wonder if it's just, like, unpredictable, or I'm just very unlucky. Over that. Boink, boink, boink. Get the shell carefully. So you never know what they're gonna do. Unpredictable. Come on, please, just... Well, that wasn't what I wanted. Hooray, it didn't kick itself. Like a self-beating piñata. There we go. Okay, stay on the top. Go down. Watch my alignment with the muncher. And then go. And then I don't remember what the rest of this is, but... Oh. Right, I got lucky last time. Okay, once the fish spawn, go back to the top. That's all I have to do. think I only ever went through that section like twice, and I got lucky and did the last part without too much trouble. As long as Comcast doesn't intercede, we'll definitely beat this level today. Hack? I don't know. Level, certainly. Please don't kick yourself. I don't know the rhyme or reason, and I'm terribly happy that it didn't do it. Throw! There we go. Get down on it. Okay. It's top, then bottom. Go down. Down is free. I need to dodge the Sparky. Go down just a bit. Go up a lot. Bonk 1. Okay, I'm feeling good about this. Okay. Barely made that. And then wait for these to line up. Not yet. There we go. That didn't take that long at all. For 8 minutes and beat got the midway. I'm fine with that. Alright, then it's this part. Into the door. Into the door again. Really should change the title of this stream. Pat accidentally invokes the 255 glitch. It's already over. Need to die eventually, just in case. Ain't nobody... Ow. Want to invoke the 255 glitch. I had a rhythm last time. Now I don't have a rhythm. I do not feel the rhythm, nor the rhyme. Nor getting on up. It's not bobsled time. Apparently you can actually get the current Jamaican bobsled team to show up at parties if you pay them. It's something that they do fairly often, apparently. My brother actually met them once. Not the, like, people from the movie or of the Olympic year where that movie occurred, but the current Olympic bobsled team. You definitely do worse. That's already dead. This is definitely my least favorite part of this hack so far. It's very fiddly. Didn't care for this part much when I had to do it in that jump ghost house. Jumps too high again. Who doesn't love the opening strains of the song here? In fact, that one might also be a nice thing if they want to do would be... this is already toast. Change it so that this just the backing track actually plays the whole time, because you're just going to go nuts as you slowly do this part. Right, that's a door. I was like, oh man, I'm doing so well. And then the door. Guarantee that YouTube will think the thumbnail for this video should just be a blank screen. That's already toast. Well, Twitch might think the YouTube VOD thumbnail should be... Oh, that was close, actually. A blank screen with a chat window on the side. It's true, it would be slightly less blank than most average blank screens. It's true. How you doing, Kappa? cannot believe how many times I have just completely spaced on that. Make it worse, there's still more level after this. I actually still have to be competent after doing the coin thing. Which I've succeeded in all of, like, what, like twice? Ah. I get that. I'm no longer threading the needle. Okay. Close. I just need to relax. There we go. That was not smart. Made it. Okay. On to the next part. It did neither of the things I wanted. Okay, you need to do that first cycle. There we go. That's the ticket. Go down. Line. Okay. Come on, Cloud. Okay. This is not difficult. Don't get hit by that. Just walk carefully to the thing. Yes! I deserve a drink break for that. Thank you for the JJ. As you move into the Mulberry Forest Gang, which I think might be from Andy Griffith, maybe? In this level, you'll defeat the bosses, destroy the sprites, exit the room. After the boss dies, you can't move to a new level. Wait, in this level, you defeat the bosses, destroy the sprites, exit the room. After the boss dies, you can't move to a new level. What? Oh, thanks for the good luck. How you doing, Zuccotti? To a new level. What does that mean? Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to ask somebody who wasn't in my time zone if the event thing worked properly. If it actually shows the time zone, the time in your own time zone, which is something I wasn't sure of because I've never used it before. Oh, I understand now. I see the sprite blocks. This is that one, this is the jump castle trick. What's up, Steven? How you doing? I got past the blocks, the coins. The event thing says 9 on your end. All right, that sounds like it works. I think you're in Mountain, right, Kappa? You all right? That's not too bad. Ow. You're doing better than yesterday, of course. Okay. I'm now faced with the proposition of multiple Wendy's. I just noticed, actually, that the, they're always the same. Mountain? Yep, okay. Don't want to get up and make food. Want to go. Might be a bit of a distance. And plus, while I'm not, like, the world's worst cook... No, actually, I did breakfast okay. I can make some decent pancakes. The key thing with pancakes is you gotta beat the egg whites into it if you want to have good, tasty, fluffy pancakes. It's also true of waffles. But you gotta fold the egg whites into them. But you gotta beat the egg whites first. There we go. So you can handle chopping fruit. I have chopped fruit in my time. Oh god, this I don't like. This must be what he meant by the world's ugliest boss fight. How many of these rooms am I going to have to face in a row? Well, at least it's always consistent about where the Wendy's spawn. And then 2 to the left. The strawberries, I definitely have chopped them before, but I don't know. Melon? Do I feel like chopping melon? I don't know. I always feel like I'm disappointed whenever I get melon. This should be Wendy, and then... Not that far. Alerts. Thank you for the host, Max. How you doing? This is different. Ow. Bananas, apples. Don't know a lot of English names for fruit. Fair enough. I mean, traditional breakfast fruit, of course, oranges. People love orange juice at breakfast. Bananas are always great as an addition to any breakfast that is a part of this balanced breakfast. See, he's eating chocolate covered, or what was it, chocolate frosted sugar bombs. It's part of this complete diet. Yes, but he's also eating 7 bran muffins. Ow. Have I got the normal exit for this? No. I haven't gotten an exit for this level yet. I have gotten 1 exit, actually, total. I beat the coin level that I was stuck on last night in about 10 minutes. I think simply getting back to it when I was fresh helped a lot. Some kind of berry, strawberry, blueberries, I think are probably the most traditional breakfast berry. Yeah. Chocolate covered, sugar frosted chocolate bomb, cocoa bombs. I forget what the cereal is. Dang it! It's from Calvin and Hobbes. That's what I get for waiting. Oh no. Okay, we're in uncharted Wendy territory now. There we go. What happens if I beat the boss? It freezes me in place and I don't get to move forward. Oh, you're right! I should get the normal exit. I haven't beaten the boss and then stood still yet. Let's find out. That's a valid point. Traditional breakfast, what is that? Well, it depends upon where you're from. I suppose. Like, the traditional Irish breakfast and English breakfast and Scottish breakfasts are all kind of similar in that they come with fried up eggs, beans often, bacon. I don't know, I just like breakfast sometimes. I don't eat breakfast that often because I usually wake up hella late in my time zone. As is evidenced by the fact that I start my streams generally around midnight. Oh, well, a little bit before midnight in this case. I meant to start a little bit earlier, but I had a last-minute thing I wanted to test with my code. It didn't work. All right, let's wait. See what happens. Brunch I can get behind, because it's like all-day breakfast. But really, an awful lot of people just want to have an excuse to drink in the AM for brunch. It's not to say mimosas and blinis aren't delicious, but still. Absolutely nothing. I don't think that changed the number of exits. I should have 7 still up there. Or I should have 8 still. I had 7 when I started. So everything is fine. That did not break anything. Everything's fine. Nothing is ruined. Sweets like lingonberry for any meal, really. Can't blame them for that. They're delicious berries. The double hit patch was on. Roulades and mashed potatoes for breakfast. I mean, those are delicious, don't get me wrong. I've eaten Especially post-holiday, anytime eating the leftovers is fantastic. If there's rouladen around and there is mashed potatoes around because there is rouladen around, I will be eating those for breakfast any day of the week. That's one of my favorite meals. Not that I get to eat it very often. It's rather labor intensive, so it's one of those, unless you're making it for a group, you're not making it sort of things. Not exactly breakfast now. I cannot believe I died that one. Traditional breakfast is eating nothing until you decide it's too late and you should wait for dinner instead. Yeah, the normal exit is probably the same as the prior ones, which is a good way to prevent that from being a problem. I'm certain OEO thought this through. I did see on Discord he had a question about how to deal with key exits, which was interesting, since apparently he'd never used them before. But since he only wanted to use the key exit, he just had to decrement the exit event level, or exit event by one to use it. Chopping time, alright. Good luck with the chopping. The Chopin. Alright. I'm really hoping it's 2 Wendy's to the midway, but you never know. This could be other it's gonna be Wendy's. It's gonna be Wendy's all the way down. Okay. Avoid that. Realize you're not getting that first cycle Wendy. Realize you're not getting anywhere near for that Wendy. It was a cute re-grab, but not what I needed. Bonk. Bonk. Convenient places to stand. Alright. That's one down. 1D. That was a different spot for her to spawn this time. Then a little bit of Kaizo Wendy, so I know what the gimmick here is. Oh, it was just barely in. Alright, what do we got here? Bullet bills and Wendy on elongated platforms. Thanks, I hate it. Okay. How am I gonna deal with that? I guess I just have to come back and land on the bullet bills. If I ever get close to them, they're gonna change their spawn, which is gonna be ridiculous. I landed in the Wendy. Does remind me, the Wendy's hack got accepted today. Downloaded it briefly, look at the changelog. One of the things that was called out is that hot drinks were in fact added to Wendy's. So, that hack is better than it used to be. And presumably an awful lot of the things that were problematic were fixed. But I didn't moderate it, so I don't know yet. I've got that one down. The other ones I'm not so sure about. Like, look at that. That's not the spawn I want. I want Wendy to spawn immediately underneath me. I can't believe I didn't get hit. Oh, there's a coin in there. Why is there a coin in there? I can wait, Wendy. I can wait. I'm in no big hurry. Is she ever going to move? Oh, there she is. Okay. So I can only get Wendy when she's out to the side, which is a problem. Yeah, I need to pick my spots really carefully for that one. I think really the only spot I can actually hit her is when she's on the left, immediate left of the accordion platform. But I digress. Curses. But then the Wendy will spawn underneath me. It's one Wendy. And then the middle. I guess that's the key to the whole thing, just start memorizing the patterns. Okay. No. That was actually a good one, I just wasn't ready for it. At least I spawned next to the door. That helps. So yeah, Comcast going down yesterday actually revealed a bug in my YouTube auto-uploader code, which I didn't exactly fix. I just told it to ignore that mini VOD. They used to coalesce the VOD numbers together correctly, if and only if they have the same title, which is a problem because I didn't start with that title. I just realized I need to manage it slightly differently. So she'll... No, she didn't spawn middle. Huh. Now we just gotta wait for her to do her thing like 400 times. Up pipes, man. My least favorite Mega Man villain. Nope. I guess that one is safe too. Provided I don't immediately do that. Oh no! I just realized. Because you could beat this level at any point in time, if I get the midway and then fuck it up bad, I'll have to just restart. Depending upon how this is structured, I suppose. It could just be 3 Wendy fights, or 4 Wendy fights, or 5 Wendy fights. In fact, it could have been like that hack, which was, I think, like 13 Wendy fights. Nothing but Wendy fights. Wendy fights all the way down. I'm kind of hoping that he'll mix it up and put a Larry in there somewhere. But we'll see. I guess the coins are there to tell you. 1-up checkpoint. Don't see where the warp could be in this instance. Fair point. We'll see when we get there. No. No, that was bad. That was really bad. I have to take the bullet bills into account as well, so I can't just jump when I see a good one. Poke. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if you put like the 1-up checkpoint in here. Because he seems to like doing that, where he puts the 1-up checkpoint 1 room forward. That's my guess for the time being. So it'd like be a door right here. Just like it was in the balloon room. Oh. I am really glad I didn't even begin to try doing this one last night. Boink. Oh, for Pete's sake. Boink. You know what I like about this level? I can actually listen to the music, as opposed to the intro strains of the same thing, and then the P-switch music over and over. There's something to be said for being able to enjoy the music you're listening to. Okay, I know where they are. Gonna spawn now. Middle. Too early. Really should watch the timer more carefully. I'm curious how long it takes me to kill each Wendy. if I do it efficiently and not dumb. Like, this one I've got down pretty well. I've yet to fail it here in a while. Forward. This is a different Wendy fight. Probably should have waited over there. But you know, the moment you go over there, she's just gonna come over here. No. Oh, come on, Wendy. There's so many spots for you to spawn. Okay, fine. That is a different one. I'll grant you that. There's some values are different. Seriously? This RNG seed sucks. And then I do that. Okay. The next time, I'm just going to stay on the left side. It's not that hard to get over to Wendy. Or to the pipe from Wendy. It's a bit nerve-wracking, but not difficult. Okay, and then I think she spawns, like, right underneath me here. We'll go over here. And we wait. And she'll spawn to the left of me, like, 3 or 4 from now. And then there's this level. That's 1. No. Oh, actually, far left is really good. Yeah. Haha! Midway! And oh, that tells me where that they're spawning. Okay, well that's not a hard one. Yeah, like right here, I think is the safe spot to stand. Never mind. That is in fact not the safe spot to stand. Now beat Lemmy to test out checkpoint. Yeah, I realize that's what I probably should do. Now that I understand that fight well enough, I think I can just kind of get away with that if I wanted to. It wouldn't be that difficult to get back. Should also, like, test these pipes, just in case. Alright, doing it for science sake. Just to know how the troll will work. After all, what else would I do with this information about how to beat this particular Wendy fight over and over? I don't use it again. Or as a general rule with Mario stuff, once you do it once, it's really not that hard to do it again. Once successfully, I'd say. Stand over to the right a little bit. This is the one where she spawns in the middle, right? So what this kind of reminds me of is the Wendy fight in Akogare, where you have Yoshi to beat up. And if you know the secrets to his spawn locations, you'll have an easy time of it. And if you don't, you'll have a much, much harder time of it. Okay, far left side first. Or right here. And then middle. Which I'm going to wait a bit more for. Right up into it. Gotta have patience. Patience is a wonderful thing. Alright, I want to test that pipe too. It was on my list of things to do. Okay, now wait for the far left Wendy. Or medium left Wendy works too. See? Wasn't hard. Wonder why the muncher. It's not like you're going to be worried about being soft-locked right here. That wall clip almost killed me. Alright, what's the next fight bring us? Oh boy. Okay, I need to check this pipe. That's on the list. That pipe definitely works, in that it does not do anything. What is my plan here? Yeah, I gotta be really opportunistic here. And by that I mean... Oh no, I just realized the secret to the whole thing. These things will despawn once I hit the last Koopa. So I actually really want him to be on the left for this. There we go. What am I looking at here? I understand now. You need to avoid the block snake. I'm going to investigate that room more thoroughly when I get there again. Back, made some progress, yeah. I beat the Wendy fights, and then I got past the Wendy fights, to be the better way to phrase it. Now I'm on to the Lemmy, some fight, and I beat him, and then beat the Wendy fights again for the purposes of science. So now we're back here. I got the first two, presumably out of the three. Like, I get what to do in this one, pretty much. I just have to be patient, like the prior Wendy fight, the absolute last Wendy fight. The next one after this, I need to stop and think about when I get into that room, though. Oh, that's nuts. But I feel like I've adequately checked all the pipes, so at least we got that going for us. Though my draw in this room is a lot crummier than the first Wendy room. It just takes a lot longer to kill. I just fallen on his face. May as well get some points, never hurts. When people come to your house but you don't want to actually acknowledge them, just pretend you're not home by having a bunch of stuffed dummies pop out of pipes. Okay. Got that one from Martha Stewart Living. Need a left side spawn for this. Not that far left, though. Nope, that's not gonna work. You just don't want to spawn in any of those two locations. That could have worked, actually. I might have been able to, I could have made that work. That's what I will do when it's actually him over there. He really doesn't want to move. Oh, no. Okay, that... Like I said, I can make that one work. Okay. This one. There's a few safe spots to stand, but I do not want to activate the block snake. because it will eat the floor. So I think what I want to do is just be really careful and only jump on like these two. Oh, there's a fireball. Okay, that can work. That actually helped. Alright. That was 3 fights. That was okay. Level over. Now that's why you have to use the key there. That makes sense. Tile Access Marathon. I'm scared. This is Mad 16. You must defeat him before he destroys all of Super Mario Worlds. If you die, you'll continue from the same room. Oh, that's nice. What does this mean, though? Okay. I guess I want to... Bananas, mangoes, and grapes. Ooh, mango. Mango is delicious. Though not traditionally a breakfast food, it has become more common recently in America. It means 3 rooms and they're all long? Yeah, probably. Probably. Oh, I need to... Oh, I see what I need to do. Yeah. I think. Once again, what are breakfast foods? This is here, I'll eat pizza for breakfast. Well, I think that there's a difference between eating, like, the morning meal and what is traditionally thought of as breakfast, at least. I consider them to be 2 different things. The first meal of the day can be anything. It doesn't really matter. Have a steak. Have 2 steaks. Eat a cinnamon roll. I don't know, there's probably like 8 million other things you could put in that specific. I think I'm about a cycle behind, actually. Yeah, that's what I'm on about. I'm not saying there are specific foods for breakfast, but there are traditional breakfast foods. Like, generally one eats cereal at breakfast. One can eat cereal anytime. One can eat, you know, but still. If you were to serve cereal to someone at dinner time, they might look at you kind of funny, though. I think I just need to be a hair faster there. Well, definitely need to be a hair faster there. Confusion cleared out. Alright. We're all on the same breakfasty page now. There was a TV show called Cutthroat Kitchen that Alton Brown was sort of the host of. And they did a bunch of decade challenges. And so for one of the challenges, they had to make an American breakfast, you know, with 1950s sort of aesthetic. And one person got stuck with a basket of white and black ingredients because, you know, black and white TV. 1950s, etc. Some cereals used for diet food. Yeah, fair. And she made tacos, which... American in the sense that Central America is part of America, yes. But they did not pass muster for the chef who was judging. He did not think it was very American breakfast. Not to mention, black and white foods generally don't look very delicious to eat. Guy's like, oh, you sure could use some color here. And it's like, well, no, you couldn't have color because you got stuck with a basket of... Can I do that faster? Or do I just not need to worry about it? But anyway, I really enjoyed that show. Evil Alton Brown is more fun than friendly Alton Brown. Still trying to escape from hell. Maybe one day. Mario's Inferno. Yeah, that's not a bad hack concept. You know, got the rings of hell and all that. Hell, you even have an ice level built in. You can go see Judas and Cassius. Or Brutus. Judas and Brutus. No, I don't think I can do that first cycle. So I'm going to give up on that for the time being. Diet cereal foods, what is that? Like Special K would be the one that comes to mind. I shall center my religion upon this Special K. I think I'll do the artwork. Montgomery Burns is a lot of things, but he is no bowl of Special K. Generally, it has, like, vitamins, and I guess people like, no, granola isn't really all that healthy, but it's generally considered a healthier breakfast cereal, but when you're counting against Count Chocula, it's not exactly difficult to be a healthier breakfast cereal. No, it's not actually food, just fiber. Yeah, I could see that. And I like some high-fiber breakfast foods. Like, give me some good steel cutouts any day of the week. Those are delicious. Rolled oatmeal is for chumps. So is instant oatmeal. Alright, yeah, I need to be a little faster. Instant oatmeal, we don't even talk about that here. Admittedly, even though I do love steel cutouts, I never make them because it takes fucking effort to make them. Like, seriously, if you really want to spend an hour cooking porridge, that's the way to do it. When it comes to breakfast foods, any food I want to eat for breakfast. Oh, I understand now, I think. You classify oatmeal as a bunch of berries and nuts. Or classify as oatmeal a bunch of berries and nuts. The absorption rate of those fortified vitamins and naturally occurring ones is rather low with any grain. Oatmeal cereal. Well, it is a cereal, in the sense that it's just a cereal grain that you cook with water. Or milk. You can do milk, I guess. Steel cuts are delicious. Yes. I eat oatmeal, rolled oats, Quaker oats for breakfast for a very long number of years. And the key thing was, like, boil your dried fruit in the water so it had time to reconstitute before you throw in the oatmeal. Because you wait till it comes up to boil anyway. You may as well get some use out of that time. Imparts a little bit of flavor to the oatmeal as well. Provided you want your oatmeal to taste like raisins. But it was an improvement over tasting like oatmeal. What is cereal but a miserable pile of secrets? Your words are as hollow as your bowl. But enough talk. Have at you! God, Symphony of the Night is so good. It's one of my favorite video game intros of all time. That and Sonic Adventure. Sonic Adventures is amazing. You got the voice actors going, "Oh no, our weapons are useless!" It's like they asked somebody at Sega of America, just, hey, could you just pretend to be a confused cop for a few minutes? Like, we're not gonna ask you to do any actual voice acting, just read these lines as you're getting coffee. It's like, what? Our weapons are useless? What the hell is this script? And then they just took that take and put it in. Whereas with the Castlevania Symphony of the Night, you know they actually tried. The difference is they just weren't good at it. But early video game voice acting was just a bit of a crapshoot. I always think of King's Quest V, where every character that's not King Graham sounds atrocious. It's no use! Exactly. Turia? I don't know what the context of that is. There we go. Wait, I'm too far ahead. Cedric is the biggest offender in that game. He's this owl you're stuck with for the better part of it. And he always talks like this the entire time. And basically, by the time he gets, like... He's supposed to have sort of a crowning moment of awesome scene, but it's more of a, oh, thank God he's dead scene. Oh, what's up, the Drew? How you doing? Good taste in emotes. Oh, thank you for following. Enjoy your fish. Yeah, we're just talking about bad video game voice acting. What are the random Japanese words said in SA1-2 by the English VAs because it sounded right to the Japanese directors? That I'd buy. Sega. Interesting ideas, not well managed. Wonder some really bad voice acting? Oh, lay it on me. Crap. Learn German and listen to any German dub of anything ever? Oh man. I will take your word for that for the time being. I don't think I have time in my life or the inclination to learn German. You lost me at step one, exactly. Somewhat bizarrely, I found that last time I looked at the retro category on Twitch, the most popular one of the most popular channels was The Simpsons, in Spanish. Just constantly in Spanish. I don't know why. At least Game Center CX I kinda get. Or whenever they have those like retro computer shows that are just like quite literally they downloaded a bunch of episodes on archive.org and decided to go with it. But why Spanish Simpsons? And why the hell hasn't Twitch shut this down? Like, it's not exactly a small channel like broadcasting a episode of Futurama. It's 24/7 Spanish Simpsons. Like, seriously, Twitch, are you even paying attention? Spanish is an amusing language. Nothing beats the Polish voiceover. Where narrator just narrating out all the dialogue? Voiceover of what? I'm curious. Like Star Wars? I think that'd be kind of amazing. But I also did kind of enjoy the dub of Backstroke of the West. If you've never heard that, it is worth looking for. That is the Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Translated into Chinese, and then translated back into English via computer machine translation. Except they got voice actors to do it. It's mind-boggling. And it's actually pretty decent as a dub goes. I've definitely watched worse anime dubs. There's also some really good lines, and some of the translations are just hilarious. The Jedi Council is the Presbyterian Church. Anakin is a la Gold. I forget all the rest of the stuff, but those are some of the good ones. Oh, I can't hesitate there. Mostly telenovas. Gotcha. Ah, okay. Polish voice acting in Iron Harvest. Huh. Oh, everything about that was a bad attempt. Just many movies on TV are lecture in Polish. Lecture in Polish. Though you don't watch TV much, gotcha. Yeah, I have to imagine that there's not a humongous demand for well-dubbed stuff in Poland. Not to mention, I have to assume that, like most countries, it produces a non-trivial amount of its own content. Like, I was thinking about this before going to the UK, and I was like, huh, you know, I know the BBC makes stuff. But then, like, actually watching British TV, I was like, oh, they make a lot of stuff. That just doesn't make its way over the pond. I have to presume the same thing is true in any other place. We just happen to have better insight into the UK a little bit, and Japan a little bit, because Japan just likes to do cultural exports more than most countries. It's the movies, too. What about soap operas? Oh my. Make some odd and cool stuff. Oh, I bet. Honestly, actually, you know what? I think I did watch a Polish movie once. Or maybe it was... I forget. Watch this movie about these two brothers who were having money trouble, and so decide to go to their, like, dad's old farm, thinking that he had buried some treasure there, and the whole thing was just dialogue between the two of them. Eventually, they, in fact, do find a lockbox that they think has treasure, so they find the local thief to help them pick the lock, but the cops come by, and the entire thing's resolved by the thief saying, oh, I just found these. And everybody was cool with that explanation and goes home. It was baffling. It was like 2 hours of my life. My brother likes to watch like art house films sometimes, and he knows that I will put up with it. And so occasionally, when we're hanging out together, we'll watch something like that. The best one, without a doubt, was The King of California, which I think was a retelling of some Shakespearean thing, but it's just fucking weird. And stars a dude who looks a lot like Jeff Bridges. I'm still hesitating. I would not be surprised if you've seen Darkanine's name around before. The Mario and Kaizo areas are only so large. There we go. Good jump up there. I can grab the vine there if I need it. Ah, okay. Alright. I think it's a short beverage break time. Just in time to hit the glass. I'm just gonna keep doing that. What's up, Tara? How you doing? Ah. Careful. Been busy with life. It happens. It does happen. Jump. Going alright, getting extra lazy on your longer weekend. Oh, nice! Congratulations on a longer weekend. I, for one, am looking forward to Saturday and Sunday. It occurs to me I don't need to do this as difficultly as I'm doing because I could, instead of clearing the muncher, I could use the yellow thing next to it. Not sure I still... But that still puts me behind a cycle here. I don't know. Oh, I can actually make that. Never mind. Come on, fish. Did I need pea speed, or was I just late? This weekend I need to finish up a couple projects. I started a project for Desi that I need to put some work into. I just got back some of the information I needed, so... Not sure you like the death indicators? That's fair. Heard back from your throwaway job applications. Have to stay on the welfare, so maybe your weekends will be less long in the future. That's not quite as ideal, but getting a job is an improvement, I will say. Yeah, they don't look great when fast retry is on, I'll be honest. Or retry is on. I mostly play standard stuff while moderating, and so the markers look a little bit better there, because they persist at reasonable times. Let's try the slower path. What's up, Dork? How you doing? Late. Your problem? Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I don't, like I said, I don't usually play too many things use fast retry, so it's usually not a problem, and the timings are correct. Send you a Cooper by wire, Mario. Maybe my Mario's on fire. Oh, I wish. My Mario's mostly just getting munched. Yeah, it's one of the interesting features I have implemented for this. So the alert earlier was implemented using the USB port on the SD to SNES. So it's actually in the game, and I'm actually reading this information out of the card. So it's actually more technical than you would expect. It's also difficult for me to turn it off. So, hello, am I getting... Oh, I see. I missed that part. Oh, man. Hello, my gamers. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime girl. Now, here's a question. Okay. There we go. You stupid fish. What? Okay. What am I supposed to do there now? I think Bowser used hydraulics or drive-by-wire for controlling his mechs. Ooh, that's a good question. Well, I have to say, it's pretty obvious that Bowser Jr. uses hydraulics. Because his machines are always clanking around. But Bowser himself? I don't know. Actually, the clown car probably uses hydraulics. It's got, like... It uses steam, doesn't it? Because it, like, emits steam when he dies. So it does not necessarily an indication that hydraulics are being used. There's a muncher there. Oh, before I get too distracted, but that's not one of the more nifty things that the USB thing allows. You can change the character sprite during the game, which I think is probably a better use of my time. That was a fun one to implement. Could be steam or smoke from the engine. Overheating and catching on fire. Yeah, that's fair. Bowser's never proven himself to stick to safety standards. Oh, and there goes Demo. Everybody loves Demo. At least the people who know who Demo is probably love Demo. Thought it was a demo. No, it's Demo. Demo is the Cycloptean armless robot. I've never actually played a Super Mario World thing, so I don't actually know what the plot is. I think she's someone's, like, maid bot, but I'm not exactly sure. Though how useful a maid bot would be without arms is certainly up for debate. The Jump Team are weird people. Or Raukow's people are weird people. I guess that's not necessarily the Jump Team. It's too slow. She goes to get vegetables. She's a demon. Oh, not a robot. I don't know why I thought she was a robot. Like I said, I played the Super Mario thing for all of like a minute. I was definitely not going to remember the plot. Armless, bipedal, Cyclops demon. Oh, okay. Things make more sense. Things make a lot more sense now. I still wonder if I need to get that first cycle. Like, I've been making it kind of work, but I get the feeling that it's not going to work all the way in. They've got a lot of character sprites. I forget how many nowadays. I've retired a few, and a few have become secret characters. Or always secret characters that only show up on random, or if you know the incantation. And some people do, but it's not documented anywhere as far as I know. Feet. That's true. Feet. I think Feet is actually in the list. Maybe I'm wrong and it's just Ray Mario. I really should look at my list again. I haven't updated it in a while. Are some characters supposed to be not listed? Yep, some are secrets. Only found by random. I think the world still needs a few secrets. Video game-related secrets, at least. Twitch hasn't been letting you redeem stuff? Weird. I wonder why. Like, do you get an error message or anything? Or is it just like, no, sorry, you don't get to do that? White is there, but not Feet. Only in the browser console. Definitely something on their end. How odd. How very odd. Well, Twitch is programmed by iguanas. What can you expect? pushes break viewer rewards some of the time. Glad I haven't run into this, but at the same time I rarely test my viewer rewards by pressing the button and typing things in. Since I changed how I implemented them like a year ago. Now they're just IRC commands with context. Which made things a lot easier for me. Because I'd usually implement like a separate command, but then I realized, no, I could just have this extra part tagged into the restrict decorator. This saved me a lot of time. Okay, I really think I need to get that first cycle. I think I'm just barely at the edge of possible here because I'm not. And I will be doing better. Error point claim failed at the mutation level. Error failed integrity check. Ew, what the hell? Failed integrity check? Are they using like Cassandra or something? Like, what kind of integrity check does a channel point reward need? Like, that's a weird message to bubble up to, that's too late. The consumer side of the console thing. Integrity, yeah. Sounds like some NoSQL bullshit. Ugh. So I try to go faster, that fuzzy's gonna screw me. I'm trying to come up with any plausible way to do this quicker that isn't catch that thing first cycle. This is marginally better. That is a lot better, actually. Oh, I see. I don't want to write it down. I need to just get off it as quick as possible. That's the key. That's the ticket. Almost feel like I can get there. Almost. Wink. Let's see, what else? Mostly just spent time working on work, doing some YouTube stuff. Nothing exciting there either. Was basically thinking that it would be kind of funny to, for Monkey Island to use the save game names as chapters. So I sat down and figured out how to do that, which was a little bit annoying because I was dealing with relative timestamps that weren't actually relative. Or, well, absolute timestamps I need to convert into relative ones that weren't consistent. But that's done. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's long past. I'll get working on Zelda 1 stuff this weekend. It's been too long since I've said I'm gonna work on it, and then I have yet to actually get started on it. Got everything I need. I've even found a nice spot picked out in Bank 5 that I'm gonna use. It's gonna be great. Starting things is indeed hard. It's often the hardest part of the project. But once I get started, it shouldn't be too hard. I've got a body of somewhat debugged code, and I can finally test if the C# libraries are a little bit better for USB to NES. Because I know D4 didn't have any problem using them, and the fact that those work and my Python ones don't completely consistently work bugs me a lot. There we go. Too early. Very good at contrived starting, at least. Starting things is hard, finishing things is harder. I don't know about that. Sometimes starting is a lot harder than finishing. Especially if it's something small. I'm definitely one to obsess over a project once I actually get started on it. Almost. ADHD, fair. Finish is either really easy or incredibly hard, yeah. Jump! Ow. What's your relative ability to focus on a project lasts about a month at most? I can see that. It's not ideal, but it could be a lot worse. I'm getting there sooner. I should go for first cycle. Run at the fish. I've got to be faster. Ability to focus on a project lasts the day. Well, if you get the whole project done in a day, then you're good. That did not help. Current project is mirroring a bunch of documentation websites since there's no way to download it offline otherwise. 18 gigabytes, so that's a lot of documentation. If you don't mind me asking, what are you documenting? It's gotta be Java doc when it's that big. Absolutely, the other side is going to bed. Later, yep. Forgot you're supposed to be writing docs, yeah. Bunch of websites for all the software use, gotcha. Makes sense. Yeah, I need to write a bunch of comments to explain what exactly my current PR does, because it definitely is not intuitive, and there's not a whole lot of better ways to write it. Because believe me, I would if I could. The method I have chosen is the one available, it seems. Still hate this environment. It's such a pain in the ass to work in. But still better than Java. It's a low bar, I'll be honest. Sometimes code has to be obtuse, it's true. Just run into the fish, why don't you? Python documentation is pretty terrible. It's, yeah... I find that any programming language stuff, documentation is a bit of a crapshoot. Google has the worst docs of anyone I've seen. For some reason, I think tutorials can replace references, and I have no idea why. And all their stuff is written as if it's Java. It's like, hey, here's our Java API, we've just wrapped it in Python, have fun. And you're like, thanks a pant load. But the YouTube API is hot garbage. Meanwhile, you know, MSDN, still actually pretty good for all of the griping people have done over the years. I can look up a function, find out what its arguments are, find out what they mean, what values are. Certainly there'll be like 6 reserved LPS or LP voids or something, but you know what? That's still better than having no documentation on any of the actual functions, so you have to like make guesses about which fields are which. Agree on Google being horrible. You'd work on one of their client libraries, auto-generate documentation from comments to Doxygen, which is all then auto-injecting the snippets on their website. And then the crop references are all in of course. Yeah, that is completely useless. The documentation inside of Google is actually pretty decent, but you have to know where to find it, which, you know, is a skill unto itself. I always thought the most ironic thing about Google was that their internal search engine was hot garbage. Back when their search engine was not. Oh, okay, I was really close there. Yeah, every time I want to try to do something new with YouTube, I just look at their docs in despair. It's like, okay, so I have to submit a snippet as well as this, which tells you which fields I want, and just... I just die a little bit inside. And it wouldn't matter so much, except YouTube quota is hard to come by. I only get 10k of the YouTube points a day. Can I actually make that? And if I blow it doing updates, then I can't do uploads. If I blow it doing uploads, I can't do updates, and vice versa. So... can get up there. Huh. And of course, if you want to get more quota, what you have to do is actually contact them and explain your business use case. And you might be required to demonstrate your business use case. And my use case is, I just want to upload more Mario levels to YouTube. I don't think they're just going to give me more quota for that for some reason. Just making a guess here. Yeah, too slow. Or Stack Overflow has largely replaced documentation for pretty much anything like that, where you just go and look and then see if it is relevant enough to your interests. Though with the level of deprecation an awful lot of APIs have had in the last 5 to 7 years, Stack Overflow can be kind of a double-edged sword. You'll find older API information that is no longer relevant, sadly. Still annoyed that Jeff What's-His-Name never gave me my hacker badge. But I can take solace in that being one of the first people into Stack Overflow, I have a million Stack Overflow karma. Forever, basically, because you can't really be answering early, easy questions. Now all that's left is hard, late questions. Atwood. Jeff Atwood, that's his name. I need to drop off the thing a little bit earlier there on that, on the rotatey bit. I'm kind of wondering if this section might be closer to Kaizo than standard hard. Kind of thinking about it. Does have enough munchers. Though that might not actually be a good criteria. That beginning is the worst part. You have to just wait forever. That reminds me, I did see something that could simplify some of my stuff. Apparently there is in fact a Python 2.7 for Windows 98, but I've been told it's unstable, so I may or may not want to use it. But it also might require installing kernel X, and I don't really want to install kernel X. Like my vanilla kernel. Things to consider. Yeah, I still think I'm doing this part wrong. But on the other hand, like, I just barely make everything else. Really hope there isn't much more past there. Just gotta chill out. You don't get much horizontal speed when you drop off those things. Yeah. Hoping to read a bit more of my, or listen to a bit more of my book this week. Tomorrow, maybe. Might head over to a friend's house and shoot the shit for a bit. It's been a while. It'd be nice to catch up on my book, or possibly see how one of my siblings is doing. Been working through The Master and Margarita, which is fucking weird. How tight is that? Or am I just doing this so wrong? Just got past the part where the evil magician conjures up a clothing store for some reason. It's very strange. Like, it's effectively an auto-scroller. Like, I can't get that far ahead of it. Like, if I'm actually in it, then I think I'm fine. The rope is required, after all. So even if I'm just barely making this section, then that's fine still, because I made it. Ow. Just wait for it. Stupid fish. Can't even see the wire. Not that I think it makes much of a difference. I don't think it actually ever changes altitude. Let's see. Yeah, I'm really running out of things to talk about. At least my back's feeling better than it was yesterday. Though really the test will be if it still hurts when I try to sleep tonight. I had an awful night's sleep because of it. Just anytime I moved at all, my back was like, no, I think it's time for you to be in pain. Today was better though, like walking was not as painful. Still didn't want to do much of it, but it was a lot better than yesterday where I'm like, God, I'm not really going to do any movement. I'm just going to sit on this couch and hope that I don't have to get up and go anywhere. The good news is it feels like it's very temporary though. No! Oh hey, I've got coins to spend on the silly roulette thing again. So let me just clear that off. There we go. Yeah, SMW Central brought back the roulette thing, and so people are going to be gambling all weekend. I always just, like, occasionally poke my head in and bet it all, and if I end up with a high number, it'll be completely by chance. Because it's gambling, and that's how gambling works. I don't expect to end up with a high number, I'll be honest. But some people get really into it. But it's just virtual gambling. Which doesn't even have the attribute of, you know, getting you money if you win. You just... virtual gambling. Oh, you didn't know about the virtual gambling? They did it last year for a period. I forget when, but this year it's like harvest-themed since fall. So all of the roulette things are... the roulette wheels are all vegetables. Said that Play 100 Horizontal is Discord only. I do not know what that is. I presume it's another slot machine style game. But yeah, it's not exciting. I don't know. It's one of those like programming things you end up doing like once ever, is learning how to write a slot machine, because slot machines are not hard to write. If all you're doing is just the playing, you don't care too much about the odds being completely fair and all that kind of thing. Like I remember writing one in QBasic back in the day with just like 3 things on the reels, like lemon, cherry, and orange. That was it. Didn't need more. if I just held up. Back in 2006 for C3, there were gambling games on the forum that made like 300k posts of runtime. Oh, right. Yeah, the forum gambling thing was definitely one that was before my time. But I definitely am aware of the impact of it. I don't think they would bring that back again just because of the stress it puts on the servers or something like that. But don't quote me on anything. I think they're okay with having fewer C3 posts if they're not all about gambling. Alright. C3 Winter. That's an absurd number of posts. 25k. That's an absurd number of posts. I like my number of posts. It's very low, but the number of posted threads is very high. This looks good. Get close to the fish. Don't jump in the muncher. Oh, what's up, Oyo? How you doing? I managed to complete the coin snake. The coin snake was so hard. There we go. I'm presently wondering if I'm doing this part right. So I'm occasionally getting here. But not very well. Also, is a funny post rank. I'll have to look at that again. Post rank. Oh, I guess I'd have to look at its post, wouldn't I? Oh God! Does it? Is it supposed to rotate everything by like some number of degrees? It's definitely funky. Like 30 degrees to the right. Why not? It's only 42k during 3 or 4 days. That's still a lot of posting. To be fair, you know, it's automated, right? Like if it's automated, it's not so bad. Just imagine being like an actual person and doing that much posting. It's way too much posting. It's time to stop if you post that much on SMW Central. There we go. Dang it. I feel like I'm either... I don't know, I'm missing something there. Or it is as tight as I think it is. Last page is glitched due to this. That would explain a few things, because that's the one I looked at. I keep wondering when my form image will change. Because I don't actually know what the ranks are. That was good. That was way ahead. Come on, fish. Go, fish. Oh, I'm close. I'm like one tile away. Drop. Up. Like, I still wonder if the problem is I'm not first cycling this. But I don't think it would make much of a difference. Except maybe make that part more consistent. Because ultimately, this thing constrains the absolute top speed I can run through the level at. Either way, I'm just talking, or thinking aloud. Because I'm just out of ideas. I think it just comes down to execution at this point. To the left, look to the right. Look at Mr. Frying Pan. Maybe my theory about going off to the right isn't correct. Maybe Maybe that obstacle demands something else. No! Huh. Let's see. I'm trying to think. What? I'm gonna work on. I think I'm probably gonna finish the SE project first this week. I think it'd be a good starter project, because I don't think it'll take too long once I actually get going. Because I've already done the code work in one place, I just need to replicate it somewhere else. And I think probably watch a mode variable, I don't know what it is yet though. But the RAM map for Zelda 2 isn't terrible. Nope. But at least the first few problems will be solving a different data problem I'll need to solve, which will be annoying. I have forward code, but not backward code, if that makes sense. That might be easier with a regular jump than a spin jump. I may have been making that part a lot harder for myself. Come on, fish. Fish, fish, fish. Wait, I can just make that? Is that what I should be doing all along? Is that wiggle? In fact, had the thing been later, I would have lived. I'm not sure I would have lived long, but I would have lived. I'm gonna eat you, little fishy. I'm gonna eat you, little fishy. Today's fish is trout a la creme. Enjoy your meal. Fish! That reminds me, I never finished doing the silly project I was going to do with the speech to Mario sprite spawn stuff that I wrote up a while ago. I was going to do a bit with that, but I completely forgot about it. I don't even know if I've solved the code around. If I do, it's probably not in very good repair. Actually, it'd be really easy to rig up, wouldn't it? Because I rewrote that chunk of code. I just need to find the Windows side of it because it was on Windows. It was when Juz was doing his text to movement or speech to movement SMW run. I figured I could rig up. Who was it? I think Fedora Friday suggested rigging up text to speech to chat hacks, and so I went and did it, or speech to text to chat hacks. So I went and did it and put it on Twitter. It's kind of funny. But I never did anything else with it. It was one of those, like, it was a cute project, but there's nothing really to come of it. Some projects you can build on and do bigger things on. That one, I just don't think was. It was really hard to do right, too, just because of the way that the speech-to-text stuff works. Automated transcription can only get you so far. And if you want it to be really good, you have to train it really hard, and I'm just not interested in doing that. Kind of curious if it's actually any better than it was back in the day. Like, I remember Dragon, naturally speaking, was allegedly pretty good, but I never actually used it for much. Text-to-speech, on the other hand, remains hilarious. If I could, I'd get a hold of the old text-to-speech package that we used on, like, a Windows... It was Windows 95, that long time ago. We didn't have any games for Windows 95 quite yet, and so we entertained ourselves by getting the text-to-speech thing to say funny words, and we found that lunch meat had the best pronunciation of anything. Lunch meat. Lunch meat. But the novelty soon wore off. Then again, text-to-speech is a standard on Twitch, so maybe the novelty is not worn off for everybody else. Potato, tomato, Trinidad and Tobago, etc. That's my favorite TTS spam. TTS is glorious. If you get Brian to say a huge number, he'll convert the entire thing to words regardless of how ridiculously huge it is. Q wasting the streamer's time for 5 minutes. Yeah. When I had my very first TTS thing rigged up, that was the first thing Fiskbit tried, was to have really big numbers. It turns out that it kind of choked pretty quick on them, because I was using a chip emulator to emulate the text-to-speech thing that powered the Intellivision text-to-speech module. What? And it just could not handle that. And the whole thing was basically held together with spit and glue, duct tape, rubber cement. Something you really don't want your TTS held together with. I was sending manual messages to the window. It was a lot of fun to write, just not very maintainable in the slightest. And of course, because it was written by someone who was a hardware person, it would hang the message thread while doing the text speech synthesis. Why? I don't know. You know, just when you're learning VB, that's just how you do it. PTSD kicking in? Oh no. I think I'm pretty happy with my text-to-speech, though. It works mostly. Yeah, how do I do that part? I think the answer is I don't actually grab the rope. Remember came in here frustrated some time ago about Elite Dangerous? Yeah? Were people abusing text-to-speech the way that people did in Moonbase Alpha? With less hilarious results? It was also text-to-speech and speech-to-text related. Gotcha. You have to grab the rope. I do kind of miss doing that kind of Windows nonsense where you're actually sending messages to controls on the screen. But it's gotten harder to do in this day and age. I also never quite know where to find my copy of Spy Plus. Because you need to know the names of the windows and things you're sending messages to, just kind of the same way you would if you were doing it in HTML. TLDR, no one ever wants to work with each other. There's like 4 different APIs for doing things a different way. Oh no. They should standardize on a 5th. Then you'll have 5 different ways to do it. There we go. Best part, none of them work. What? Then why are there 4? If none of them work, why? Just why? That's nonsense. Hot nonsense. Oh, I waited too long. Maybe you'll make a 5th one, you're feeling particularly suicidal? Oh no. Alright, beverage time. I'm definitely thirsty now. In PHP, there are 10 different ways of doing things. They're all deprecated. Oh, and at least 7 of them have severe security holes that if you don't know exactly the way to use them and don't read the comments in the documentation, you'll introduce a severe bug that result in all the passwords in your database going away. I'm being sold on a Russian message board. Dark humor aside, just feels like this is deep hatred of each other inside the community. I think that happens with some communities, and it's more, I don't know, it just depends on the game a lot, too. Especially when there's competitive stuff, possible money involved, though I don't know if there's like a competitive scene for Elite Dangerous. The PHP thing is still hilarious. It was always a great laugh to go read, like, preg replace and say, oh yeah, you better make sure you don't call, was it don't let people provide regular expressions because one of the regular expressions just evows code? Because, hey, it's PHP, why not? Super paradoxical. Maybe I have to look up what kind of game this is, because I just do not know enough about it to make any good assessment. I think I've already hosed, though. Oh yeah, way hosed. Because on the other spectrum of things, you also have projects like the Fuel Rats, delivering fuel for free if you ran out. Oh. Well, that's nice of them. Makes me wonder if this is more akin to like an EVE Online sort of game, or Trade Wars, The Door, than what I was thinking. Because I was thinking like this was similar to like Destiny for some reason. I'm not sure why. I think Star Citizen, but less costly. I never played Star Citizen either. Gotta remember that that is an easier jump to do if you do a normal jump. Come on. EVE Online is a okay approximation. People role-playing as AAA is the funniest thing ever. It is actually kind of funny if you think about it. Hey. Oh, I got it. Wait, I probably needed to keep that. Was making a joke about it? Yes. Yeah, I kind of figured that. I don't know. I mean, I knew some people in real life who actually like had fun role-playing as a phone company. They have a fictional like phone company. I think they actually do provide phone services occasionally to hacker camps. But they mostly just have fun pretending to be an actual phone company on Twitter. You never know with some people. There's plenty of like weird gaming, role-playing, adjacent sort of things, hobbyist things that you never guess exist. And if I get them to give me an actual physical analog phone line, I probably would consider paying for it. My thumb's starting to hurt. Huge group of people role-playing as pilots. Oh, that's true. People who get really into flight sims or like racing sims and have like actual cockpits or build hydraulic, ridiculous racing chair facilitators. I don't even know what to call it. Glider hobbyists. Yeah, it's kind of sad that the middle end of flight sims kind of dropped out through the middle, or dropped out. Because, like, the last time I had fun playing one of those was TIE Fighter. And TIE Fighter had just the right amount of, like, I need to manage all of these systems in my ship, and I am shooting people in space and while flying around, and therefore I'm happy. Because you were, like, scanning ships, you need to work your target computer, manage your energy in various ways. Like, that was a lot of fun. But other ones, like, you've streamlined it to all work on one controller. You don't even need a keyboard overlay. How is this fun? Joking, of course. Gliders are great. Yeah, no, TIE Fighter was a really awesome game at the time. Used to play it on our, like, probably was a 386. You can play it with a mouse. I would not recommend playing it with a mouse, especially a ball mouse. We destroyed 3 ball mice before my mom said, look, kids, if you're going to keep playing TIE Fighter, you're buying a joystick. And when I say you, I mean you kids are buying a joystick. And so we pooled money and bought a joystick. Oh, actual gliders? Like in real life? Oh, okay. I know what you mean, like hang gliders. I don't know. I've kind of gotten this simulator frame of mind. But yeah, ball mice. I in fact have a couple ball mice here, an SNES one at least. I bought it to play that one QLDC level, which was awesome. I would highly recommend playing it, though you probably should play it in an emulator and not with a real SNES mouse. It was a pain in the ass to do on stream. Wait a second. Oh, I'm dumb. I can jump off the platform. That's what I'm missing. And because the rope... Oh, I understand everything now. I've been so dumb for the last, like, 30 minutes. So dumb. Well, alright. I'm still dumb in other ways here, but at least I understand the dumbness here. There. Sims are fun, but low-key unplayable without some form of hot ass. I'm not certain what you mean, but you definitely got me. How you doing, Blue Ribbon? Ow. Hands on throttle and stick. Ah, gotcha. Reminds me, I want to check. Yeah, so Blue Ribbon, I have some unfortunate news for you. The YouTube video that your ad pointed out at has been removed from YouTube. So in the interim, I replaced it with the sequel, released by the same people, until you tell me what URL you actually would like it to point at. Which I will take care of after the stream, because it's a pain in the ass. Doing okay. Late night work, but chill vibes. Nice. Chill lurk vibes. Yeah, it was surprising. I was like, that thing's been up for how many years? And it was already flagged like adults only. You had to be logged in to watch it. So I don't know why it got taken down suddenly. And then the sequel's there and it has just as vulgar contents. But that's fine. Have to go out? Alright. See you later, OEO. Thank you for the hack. I'm having trouble, but I'm gonna get there, I think. See you later. Don't remember what it pointed at, but you trust me. It was the Mario masturbation. You know, I'm driving and I'm speeding and I'm vigorously masturbating, etc. The sequel uses Super Mario World music, and I figured that was appropriate enough. Which has the line I really love. Is like, and then was it? Forget I mowed my lawn and then mow it again. Which I could totally see myself doing at some point. Yeah, so what I'm supposed to do is jump on that thing. I've been making this way too friggin' hard. That was your gasket replacement? Alright, excellent. And yes, you can still buy ads in case you want to buy an ad. They're available for cheap. You just cannot have it play that one sample that was available on April 1st, and only on April 1st. And frankly speaking, I probably would have disabled afterwards, if anyone had bought it. But nobody did. I've been meaning to do another Advergaming stream. It's on my list of things to do in the near future once I've paid down some other stream debt. Get like a couple more of the assorted requests done. Because right now, gonna finish Undertale on Saturday or Sunday, which would be nice. At least gonna try to. I put aside enough time that I think it will be finishable, is my guess. And then from there, Zelda 1, which is still a long project. Alright, so drop this further. Hey, look at that! That's nowhere near as hard as it was. Meant to drop it. And then Battle for Olympus. And then, Ever something. Dang it. Not EverQuest. It's the one Faro has requested. And then Superman 64. But unlike all the other games, those will be the first ones people have suggested that I won't want to finish. Gods of Olympus is a rough game, and so is Superman 64. I've played Superman 64 for at least 1 hour in the past. I made a PBR bet with Squiggles, where the loser has to drink a warm PBR of shame. And I won that bet, though there was some cat-related interference. We had to agree to put a pause on the timer when a cat decided he needed a bunch of attention from me, which I think was fair. It's fair to me, fair to Superman 64, and fair to the cat, most importantly. It was a good cat. There we go. Optimistic about this part. No, I'm not optimistic about this part. Level feels Kaizo-y. It kind of is. I think this is kind of borderline. Very hard and Kaizo easy. I mean, sometimes have a little bit of bleed. I'm not really sure what to make of this quite yet. But everything else has been perfectly reasonable for standard, if not a little bit difficult. But being fast is sort of the nature of it here. It's a really fun hack, actually. Would recommend. It's a nice variety puzzle glitch level hack. So every level has some interesting gimmick, and like one of them, you've got Yoshis, invisible Yoshis, and the physics that come from there. Like you're not allowed to spin jump if you have an invisible Yoshi. And several other things happen outside of that. And then the second half is all invisible Yoshi puzzles, which are really fun. In fact, the level before this was 3 Wendy fights followed by 3 Larry fights, which were all done differently and interesting. The last one, you had to be careful not to touch a block snake. So yeah, this is a really cool hack. I'm just near the end. This is, I believe, the last level. It says 10 exits on the tin. I presume the last exit is the credits level. And other than issues of difficulty aside, I found literally nothing moderatable except for like one small instance of slowdown in a section where it's not that bad. And so I don't think there's anything to hold this up. Ah, crap. I gotta go see what this ad is now. Once I die, it's one of those levels. There's no place to stand and just wait and relax. Demo will be too busy to look at your ad. No, I didn't grab it. Okay. I may not be able to see what I'm supposed to do yet, but we'll at least, well, have a short view. Alright, what did Dorg buy? Ah, cat. PlaceKitten.com. I've never heard of PlaceKitten. Make a civil service for getting pictures of kittens as placeholders for your designs or code. Alright, I approve. I approve of placeholder kitten. That reminds me of a bookmarklet I have called the Taft Test, which replaces all the pictures on a page with pictures of William Taft, the president, who most famously got stuck in a bathtub and really didn't do anything else of note. At least allegedly got stuck in a bathtub. I don't know if he actually did. But that's what he's famous for. You know, aside from being president. But presidents back then were not terribly noticeable sometimes. Or notable sometimes. And sometimes I'll get really confused if I have a long-running tab, and I go to the top, and I'm like, why the hell are there all these black and white pictures? And I'll have accidentally hit the bookmarklet button. It happened in my chat thing a little while ago until I had to refresh it because I was working on some improvements for both all of my chat clients to avoid spoilers. I finally implemented, like, blanking the screen a bit. Yep, it's working. And it's working there, too. Excellent. You fixed it. How'd you fix it? Log in, log out? Reset your computer. Hold down Y for 10 minutes. Computer columnist, something to do with computers. I use a computer. No, it must be the non-stop eating and sitting and snacking. Okay. You have no idea how you fixed it, but that's okay. Well, I was kind of hoping you'd know, and like you know what you did. You'd know what you did, so in the event that it happens again, people would know, or advice could be given. But, oh well, at least it's fixed. That's the important thing. That's one of those infinitely frustrating things, is when you like go to a tech forum and like someone's posted, "I've had this problem," and you go and look, and then they posted like a month later, it's like, "Oh yeah, I fixed it," but they don't tell you how they fixed it. and you're just left to imagine how they fix their weird-ass open-source bug. Or issue with this one program that nobody uses except you and this guy on this forum, apparently. This is more common with Experts Exchange, but still. Fixed, solved, yep. That was one of the worst features of that website. There were a lot of bad features about that website, but that was one of them. Oh, I'm still late. Whew. Just gotta chill. Like, I know what to do now, and I just cannot consistently get where I need to go to do it. There we go, we got a fish running. Up. I can work with that. Okay, I need to be faster, but I understand what's going to happen. Okay. Even worse, use search bar. Search bar doesn't allow short-term. Rate limits you to one search per 5 minutes. It doesn't give you what you want. It's not accessible by search engines. Oh, and add, like, custom captchas, like jank-ass captchas. The EverDrive forums, you have to answer, like, 4 questions that are all Googleable to do a search. Including what year was the NES released, which is, like, a weird question because you need to know which country he's asking for. Yeah, I totally get those ones. Ugh. I would say the world's been made better with, like, standardized forums, like, oh, it's a subreddit to support this now, which is nicer, because Reddit search is not entirely garbage, but more frequently it's Discord only for that kind of thing, and Discord is not publicly indexable. And, of course, you have to know that the Discord exists in the first place, which is the bigger problem. Not even you know when the SDS was released. See, like I told you, hard to know. If Fistbit doesn't know, who could possibly know? How you doing, Fistbit? There we go. Alright, got a fish going. Come on, fish. Okay. Registration, questions on NES Dev, most are pretty easy. Did like 5 different things and don't want to trial and error to isolate the solution, but you think it's related to JavaScript somehow? I could see it being related to JavaScript, certainly. Well, that's what the kind of questions are, but that would defeat the purpose of them being there, I suppose. I feel if you want to, like, weed out most people, you just ask them some 6502 questions and call it a day. Because either you need to be good enough to Google those questions. The point is to weed out spammers. Yeah. 6502 questions would do that. Spammers still get past you. It's probably because they're focusing on that specific type of board. Like, I can't imagine NES Dev is a very effective place to post spam. Like, I really wonder what the click-through rate they actually get is. Because it's so strange to me. SEO, SEO, the thing that matters almost none at all anymore to small websites, because only large websites exist. Visit our Twitter at... And of course, Google has such a recency bias for most search things that it's impossible to find actually useful stuff. I think, yeah, I'm toast. Speaking of captchas, fuck reCAPTCHA. It's not great. I will admit, I do like clicking on pictures of boats mildly more than I like clicking, than I liked typing in silly words that were clearly and obviously distorted. But either way, it wasn't a fun time. Oh, that was a really good run. Yeah, I have to drop that. Click all the bicycles fails. Try again. Josh had to click on lions at ICFP and got angry. It was male versus female lions. He wanted to click on all of them. What the fuck? Female versus male lions? Okay, I guess. I can see that being... But why? Why lions? Why green? Why heart? Down is not working anymore. H-captcha is not nearly as buggy as reCAPTCHA. I get the feeling occasionally like reCAPTCHA just makes you want to do it again so they have more CAPTCHA data. In fact, the thing I do miss from like old distorted or like actually OCRing text reCAPTCHA was like people draw little comics based upon the CAPTCHAs. And there was a really good one that was based upon the tank. They had the tank shed as their prompt. But that was about it. Fun little, like, silly creative writing exercise. Creative doodling exercise. Oh. Nice CFP. Yeah, they actually put together a pretty good contest for, like, getting on it, like, a month in advance. Way better than Hextras. And those guys had a whole year. I pressed down! Maybe I should switch to the other controller. Maybe this one's down button is just toast. Come on. Ow. It's ironic because Cloudflare uses reCAPTCHA, but the difficulty is magnitudes more difficult than what's served on Google search. Huh. Feel you were useful at this one, which is nice. Yeah, it seemed like it. When I asked, like, what to do, it was usually like, oh yeah, do this because Fistbit is busy doing this. I felt I got a little bit of use out of me, but being sick was not ideal for that. I was hoping to make it over there on Sunday, but my health did not allow for it. But I wrote some useful scripts. Apparently C was keeping track of things using a spreadsheet, and I'm like, oh, and I just went and automated it without knowing, which was nice. It's always good to know where the easy points are. Remember trying to set up this Microsoft account the other day? It asked you to redo the captcha 3 times after completing it successfully. Needless to say, you did not create an account that day. You... Spammers and anti-spam tactics are all very unpleasant, unfortunately. That was like the best I ever did there. Ah. Okay. Hey, you stay on that thing. I have no idea what I do right versus wrong to have a really good run up at that point. I think it has all together to do with when I get in here and spawn this object. Maybe. Yeah, it's all about when I spawn that object. Everything else is superfluous. Worse is when they serve you a captcha on every page request, so if it fails, it progressively gets more difficult. Oh. That just makes everything worse. Speaking of ICP, I guess I should see about getting the post-mortem scheduled. Not that I'll have a whole lot to add to it. Given all I did was write a few scripts and a couple AIs that did not do very well. They would have done okay several hours before I got up, but given when I woke up, they did not. Horizontal and vertical line bots were not great by the time I got to it. So some people's entire projects turned out to be horizontal and vertical, or mostly vertical line, or horizontal line bots. Which is always a surprise. I kind of wonder what the Unbound Variable fellows did. They used to do good write-ups for ICP, and one of the years they actually did do the line printer approach. Which was not the intended solution, but it was one that worked well enough. Alright, gotta focus again. Oh, maybe because I'm holding over. I feel like with shells it's easier. Drop shells all the time. And as my computer suddenly decides it needs more air. Hey, stop that, computer. Oop. One of the nicest features of this year's ICFP contest, they always took your best solution. Not your most recent, your best. Actually wrote some scripting to deal with the assumption that they would take your most recent, and so I'd re-upload our best solutions as most recent. But nope, wasn't necessary. I cannot for the life of me do that part. My down button is working. I think I just need to slow down. It's one of those things that an awful lot of ICPs have that require you to manage that kind of thing, but whether or not managing that kind of thing is fun or interesting is definitely a different question. It is a task. There we go. Up we go. I'm really hoping the next section works better to my talents, because I've been at this for a while now. I'd like to finish this today. That is the goal today. Press that accept button. It's always nicer to accept a hack than it is to reject it, because then I don't have to do nearly as much work. I'm also not really sure what's going on with Hummer Mario Bros. I sent him a bunch of, I sent him the notes today, and it seems like he wants to take longer to fix up stuff, so I'm not certain if I should release it while he's doing that. Probably bug him tomorrow about that. And it turns out almost all of the weird things I found were because of the NES nature of it. Except like a couple of object spawns that were failing. Alright, well... I succeeded. Ain't no weekend yet. No, it is not. It is not. Can't wait for the weekend to begin. Never knew what that had to do with a bank robbery, but here we were. Oh. Okay. Like, I'm getting there. I think I'm finally getting there. At least for some values of there. So I had to move closer to the mic to breathe. Whatever happened to the Tay Zonde? I mean, I know he sold out with Cherry Chocolate Rain, which was admittedly a pretty decent ad jingle. But I don't know if he's done anything since then. And I don't blame him at all for selling out. You got 5 minutes of YouTube fame. I think it's probably better to sell out than to try and maintain any dignity. Random tidbit. You had your search for history is full of 7 combinations of roll, yawn, pitch. Oh, man. Yeah. Due to the fact that after every puzzle event, my search history is full of weird crap, I finally resolved just to, like, make another browser user profile for puzzles alone. It's turned out to be a really good idea. Because then it doesn't pollute my search history with all sorts of weird stuff, and then make it think that every single search term should be have the word crossword applied to it. Betty's on Cameo. Only $35. I have no idea where the hell this conversation just went. Ontarian. That sounds like something that's at least 4. But beyond that, your guess is as good as mine. Oh, Tezonde. Oh, thank you. Sometimes I get lost in the conversation. For fuck's sake, if I could just make that. Wait, what am I doing? There's easier ways to do this. I don't need to drop that. I can throw and spin jump. That might work better, and then I might be able to hit both of them, and that might be faster too. Oh, what's up, Fall Circus? I'll catch up on the rest of chat in a second. Arcane Principal Axes, yeah, corrected. Every time you're looking for this one file. I am curious what this is now. Oh wait, no, that's... thank you for the good luck. Complex numbers extended to 3rd dimension used for rotations in 2D games. Ah, okay. I understand now. I'm used to thinking about that. Or maybe I didn't use those words, but like the 4-dimensional transformation matrices that you use for 3D math when working on games, or 3D imaging in general. Because it's just easier to apply a 4D matrix to 3D vectors for some reason. Or, I understand how to do the math, I don't necessarily understand the math itself. But last time I used any actual 3D API, it was OpenGL immediate mode, so don't ask me about any of that shit. Immediate mode is dead. And it's a good thing. Nope, that didn't work. Still kind of baffled as to why we learned it at all. Aside from the material was already made when immediate mode was still reasonable. But it was definitely on its way out. Like DirectX 9 was out for a while. For fuck's sake, I don't know how to drop that. I'm gonna try the spin jump strat again and see if it's any less disastrous. The funny thing about OpenGL is, even in the 90s, people were already getting kind of annoyed at it for games. There was a API called Glide, which was basically OpenGL. The good parts. If I spun jumped, I would have been fine. That an awful lot of games used it. In fact, it tended to be a better way to experience Like, N64 graphics drivers for the longest time would run better in Glide emulation mode than they would in, like, OpenGL mode or Direct 3D mode for some reason. Just because the Glide drivers were written better or something. And driver, I mean the N64 graphics driver, not your video card driver. It was a strange time. There we go. And I know what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. Ooh, it's one of these. What? I think I flung myself out of the level. I'll do that again. That was fun. Oh, I missed it. I guess I'll just have to actually move forward in the level instead. Library called DG Voodoo 2 that makes old games run faster. That makes sense. I think Voodoo was the thing that was one of the things that supported Glide. It's just been a long time. I see now. And by see, I think I understand. It has to do with an interaction between the weird glass blocks and the note blocks. I must confess, this one, it might be a new one to me. Nope. Ole! Okay, so there is a safe spot. Shoot. I didn't realize what was happening. This level is taking on a weirder... He's taking a turn for the weirder. That reminds me. This is a thing. I'm going to turn that off. What? I was spin jumping. Moles are always up to no good. It's their nature. They cannot be good. They're always bad. Clearly an evil type of creature. I think this entire thing, this entire setup here is just to have you wait around for a little bit for this to finish doing something. Oh, misalignment. Actually, why even do that? Why try to hang there? I'm just gonna pause the screen next time I'm far enough on that so I can see what the hell I'm trying to do. I don't think that I need to go up there. I think I can just rush it. Or maybe the key thing is I need to make the... No, I think this is doable. I think it's doable in one cycle. And in one cycle it'll be a lot easier than two, I think. At least looking at what I'm supposed to do, which is literally just jump over there. Now I'm just kind of wondering what the actual interaction here is between those blocks. That is something I am curious about. Alright, since this level is not as fast-paced, I can take a moment to take a sip. Hello, Pokey. You are my friend. Now fall off, please. Alright. What's our goal here? I like this part a lot more than the prior part, honestly. But I think it comes down to me reading that entire section really badly. I still wonder if I was supposed to do that that circular platform on the first cycle. Yep, we made progress. I got through the door. Oh. So basically at the end, I used the blocks to destroy the evil boulders. Used the vine to open up a via. And then jumped over some fuzzies, got onto the rope, and entered a door off of the rope, as we learned we could do in a prior level. And so now we're here, where we have our friend, Pokey. Goodbye, Pokey. I didn't need to kill him, but I kind of wanted to. Yeah, I definitely need to milk that a little bit longer. I think I dropped off the first one a little too early as well. Oh. There's also that interaction. I don't understand it, but I love it. Like, are these glass tiles even used in the original game? I don't think they are. That was a tip right there. No. No jumping. Only falling. I'm surprised I lived that, but I'm so not complaining. Bye, Pokey. At least Pokey gets to go live out in that underbrush over there. Yeah, I hit the... Bonking on that right ceiling is what throws me off. I need to bonk on... I need to prevent that bonk. There's still another section after this. But I do feel like making, like, actual progress in this area a lot quicker. I assume it's about as long in terms of obstacles as the prior section. I think that I'm making much better progress for time. But we'll see if this race continues to last. This is also just an area I think suits me a little bit better in terms of understanding. Come on, Pokey. Your doom awaits. Alright, fine, your doom does not await. Might be a little late. Right, do not jump on the music blocks. They send you to Coin Heaven. Or possibly Coin Hell, one or the other. Yeet indeed. I love the interaction, I have no idea why it happens. Is it a layer 2 thing? Is it a smasher thing? Is it a glass blocks up there thing? I really would love to know. Next time I see Louie or someone, I'll have to ask. Boink. Hey. My guess is layer 2. Layer 2 is full of interesting jank. Okay. Falling! I've got some falling to do. Think I'm gonna die, but it's something new. Guess it all depends on your point of view. Same guy as the ultimate showdown of Ultimate Destiny. His musical tracks got around. It's kind of amazing. His band was initially called Trapezoid, but then he changed it to Lemon Demon, which I think we can all agree is a better name for him. Trapezoid is just a little bit too, like, college indie for what Neil Sierra was doing before he decided just to apply under his own name. Internet legend, indeed. I believe his business cards actually just say internet person. Because he invented a non-trivial number of silly internet things. And mutations. Harry Potter Puppet Pals was a big one for a while. I'm certain there's more. He's been doing the mashup things for a while. All of which seem to have Tim Allen samples somehow. Yeah, with Flash dying, I'm kind of sad about that. The animutations are not... You can't really enjoy an animutation in YouTube form in quite the same way. It's a bit like Homestar Runner. The medium was, in fact, part of the message. Having little Easter eggs that were clickable at the end. High fidelity for what it was. Be back, out of focus. Alright, good luck. Hope you figure out the thing you're trying to figure out. As I figure out how not to run Demo's head into spikes. Keybinds, oh my, good luck. See, we wouldn't need keybinds if they still shipped keyboard, if the game still shipped with overlays for your keyboard. TIE Fighter came with an overlay because it was that complicated. So I think it was. Game keeps deleting? Oh, you. There was a trick that I was using for a little bit for Final Fantasy 13, where I would put my files in like Google Drive, made them somewhat persistent. I kind of wonder if you could do the same thing with like a Git repo if it's being annoying. Nope, that wasn't enough. Had one for free space. Guess what game it is? Lee Carvello's Putting Challenge. You know, actually, I don't think I ever had a key. Now I think about it, maybe TF Fighter didn't have one. I don't think the one we had for Word Perfect 5-1. How did you know? It's the game every boy wants. And every girl wants. It's just a good game. Now I'm going to guess it's the Elite Dangerous thing. That would be my actual guess. That's not Lee Carvello's Putting Challenge. Though one day I should look into porting Lee Carvello's Putting Challenge to the NES. It's the console that really needs it, and it has the perfect controller for it. You can easily press 7, 9, 7 to swing. There we go. Don't worry, from coding perspective, Elite Danger, like plenty pudding and bloody challenged. There's a good online version of Lee Carvello's Putting Challenge, really? Does it have more than just the FMVs? I think I'm a little early and I'm fucked. Ah! That is tight. I don't even know if I need the block later. Yeah, the further I get along with this, the more I wonder if we should slap a Kaizo difficulty on it just for this level. I might throw an SRAM at one of the fellow mods and see what they think. What's up, Matt? How you doing? How was Rome? Hope it was statuesque. And, architecture. I don't know. All I know about Rome is cliches. Romantic. Oh! If I could play a rimshot right now, I would. Have to settle for a bouncing chuck. Have to look at this. Doing good? Excellent. Run game. I'll have to look at that later. Jokes aside, it was great. I'm glad you had fun. Go see the Parthenon. I don't know. There's got to be like some really good museums and stuff too in Greece, I have to assume, or Rome explicitly. Oh god. Oh hey. Oh you. Oh. Went to Sevilla one day after Sevilla after returning to Libsyn. Now you returned yesterday. Now you're in class. Nice. I would advise you to pay more attention to what's going on in class than the stream for some reason, but I'm not your teacher. I can't force you. Not that teachers could force you either anymore, I suppose. No, by the time I was in school, corporal punishment was already outlawed. Even in the state of Alabama. Point. It's okay though, at least I know what to do. At least I know where the end is. This is going a lot better than the first section. This is one of 3. Like, I know what to do now. I have all the pieces, I just have to execute. Heard some state just brought it back. Huh. Wonder what state that is. Oh, I've already fucked it up. I didn't fuck it up. Possibly. What is my plan there? I don't have a plan there yet. I could drop the block and pick it back up. The timer, I don't think, is that tight on that. I could try to bounce off an enemy, which is just a bad idea. Dead, indeed. But again, like I've said, I know what I'm doing. I just have to put it all together, and this is the second of 3 sections. The first section took a fuck ton longer. At least it felt like a lot longer. It's always hard to tell with streaming. Okie, you are getting over here and falling in that pit. Missouri District, huh? I have in fact been to Missouri a couple times. It's not terrible. Next time I'm going to jump over them. I think that's the key. Yeah, I don't know. I think in some ways I probably would prefer quick, direct punishment over things like in-school suspension, which were just a big waste of everyone's time. You could taste my disappointment. Well, it's one of those things you can really tell by how someone is behaving in-game, how they feel. Kind of like the, like I think it's in Mario 64, where people will, like, rapidly pause the game when they're really pissed. Just one of those things where, like, you can kind of tell when the Mario player becomes despondent because they just kind of stand there and think about their life and how it ended up this way. Ouch. That last obstacle is going to be the biggest problem. And because the timer starts on weird numbers, I'm never sure how long anything takes. I wonder if there's a puzzle in there. Actually, I kind of finished all that stuff. Maybe I should start working on that. Been wanting to do a C3 thread on moderation. Basically something I could link to in my profile explaining how this shit works. Actually having a profile and a staff profile on SMW would probably be smart too. Trying to remember who asked me for one for like months and then finally gave up and put whatever I had in my current profile as the staff one. Because I just never got around to writing one, and every time I started I was like, I don't like it, and erased it. Did that like 8 times, then just gave up. One of those things. But tech is fun to talk about, and I like to write about it. Seems like it could be fun. And the key thing for C3 is if I'm actually ahead of it, instead of trying to write it during C3, it'll actually happen. Well, I've made a few decent things during C3. I still think the food percent randomizer was pretty good, though. I've never actually run a food percent randomizer run. Though the presets, several of them would kill you. Yeah, okay. Haha, I did it! Ha, I did it! Oh, balloons. I hate balloons so much. Big fish. Oh, that's what those are indicating. No, there was an earlier balloon level that was painful. The gimmick there was there's a tile in the game where if you ever gain any like Y velocity, it kills you. A weird tile number 5. Oh, there's a little bit of slowdown there. Put a marker down. Ow. Yeah, so there was a bunch of puzzles around, like, making sure you could destroy blocks and moving things around. It was a really fun level, except the fact that it was blindingly pink. Everything was tinged the color of Pepto-Bismol. But the final section, you were in an auto-scroller in balloon state. And it was painful, because every time you entered, you had to be holding down. You had to hold down the entire time. Including while you were trying to bait a disco shell to do things, which was a little awful. The feeling I didn't do this section quite fast enough. Can I fix this? No, it's fucked. Weird this level in particular is quick respawn, unlike the others, where you had to enter one or more doors. Yeah, I get the feeling he decided to use the multiple midways thing in the quick retry. I think they go hand in hand. Like, you get one and you get the other. But only for this level, I don't... Maybe to... Yeah, I don't know. I'd ask him, but he's not here anymore. He left a little while ago. I got 3 balloons. I'm definitely set now. Right through the fatty belly part of the tuna. Yes. Do the balloons actually stack? Not really. What am I doing here? I just said there were 3 rooms. Anyway, I ate the things. Alright, well... I guess the balloon room was in fact too easy. Oh, that's a 1F0. Yeah, I forgot that was a 1F0. Gotta eat the flame too. I'm just gonna keep going to actually understand what the rest of the obstacles like this. I have to throw them up like 14 times to get the fish. Otherwise the fish dies in shame in lava, because that just cooks the fish. And then get here before the bomb explodes and eat the explosion. Okay. What am I doing here? Dying. You're not wrong. You only said 3 rooms under the assumption this lack is where it's been mostly vanilla checkpoints and 1-ups. That's fair. That is fair. And I can't hold you against. I can't hold against you because you were just making an assumption. It only sounded like a 3-room, but hey, why not? Everyone loves a good 4-room castle. And that balloon room was easy enough. Fried fish. Indeed. How you doing, Curtis? I don't know why I'm eating these. Maybe it's because it's an 8. What does 8 mean? It is the past tense of eat. It is a number that is twice as much as 4. Okay, well, we're still gonna go and try to do the other Yoshi bits because, dear lord. Oh. Oh, yeah, this is definitely gonna be a harder room than the last few. Give it to Yoshi. The regular, non-fattening, fattened Yoshi. I went to the right. Okay, oh, that's a thing it does. Today we learned. Okay, couldn't do that one either. Ate the explosion. I needed to eat that. So what's gonna happen when the Yoshi hits it? I'm dying to know. There's a key. There's a key. Huh. Explosion nom. Just woke up, coffee and Twitch sums it up. Fair enough. 3 centuries later. Thrilling. Yes. Thrill ho. This is also a key? Yep, okay. So what we learned here is we probably want to get a big Yoshi so we can actually go through the door and not worry about the keys. Like I said, we're learning here. We got 3 out of 5. Like, we're making some amount of progress in our understanding of what we're supposed to do here. Okay, not that. Just like to know I'm very happy I don't have to go through the 2 prior rooms right now. I do not understand that. Why there's those dotted line blocks. Give my thumb a rest. Speaking of big Yoshis, Donkey is apparently starting a indie video game publisher, which is mildly interesting. I don't really know what he adds in this already very, 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 polluted isn't quite the right word, but like, fairly saturated industry. But, it's worth a shot. Dumber people have made dumber companies. Though usually for gag reasons, I suppose. Bounce. Moonwalking Yoshi. Hit that. Like, I'm in no hurry, I can just do this part. Now I'm in a hurry. There we go. That's the next one. And I know I can do this one. See? It's just eating an explosion. It's not that hard. You know, it occurs to me, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do now. I put my Yoshi in a trap. I thought it was to eat the... Maybe it was to eat that thing. Maybe this bit here is a trap, and the whole thing is a joke on you. Like, the only thing I can think of is you're supposed to eat the P-switch, and I didn't quite do it right. I know P-switches are edible. I don't know if, like, baby Yoshis can eat them, but it wouldn't surprise me if they could. Maybe Yoshis eat basically everything Yoshis eat. Wink. Like, what was I actually supposed to do here? So with the small Yoshi, I can't do anything, but that's a 1F0, so if I throw the Yoshi through there... he gets big. But that doesn't help me because he's big up there. If he's still small, I can theoretically get the key, but it's a relatively short timer. Which makes me wonder what the point of the other puzzles were. So either the other puzzles are some sort of gag, and what you're actually supposed to do is get a key and land here. Which is weird. Really weird. Or there's something I'm missing. So current working theories. Either I need to get it to eat the P-switch. Or I need to not feed the Yoshi? Which just feels wrong. If anyone has ideas, feel free to shout them out. I'm not a... I'm not above that. Especially when I'm just trying to figure this out. No, I couldn't get that over there with the Yoshi tongue. Idea? Alright, lay it on me. Oh, shout out the idea. There was a Taskmaster task, which was to make a big announcement. And one of the guys decided to make a big announcement near his local airport. He was going to make a big word announcement. And then the police came by, and he explained what he was doing, and the police said, I think you should go now. He says, I think I should too. So he actually just made the big A-N. And all I'm doing is throwing Yoshi into the pit. You can get the key and Big Yabo if you want. Maybe. Pretty stumped, maybe Yoshi can eat the crushed P-switch. Like, that's my best idea. Is that I'm not successfully eating the crushed P-switch, because I know it's edible for big Yoshis. I have no idea if it's edible for small Yoshis. And other than going to that one level and testing this theory, I have no way to do it right now, aside from actually succeeding at it. But it does feel weird. Nothing in this has been particularly trolly. Like, everything has been puzzly and had a purpose. And is in general, like, made sense. Not fast enough. Almost made it. Imagine eating a whole explosion. Yeah, I like this idea. I'm just going to completely ignore all this stuff and try to get the key and walk it to the end. Like, I feel like there's a puzzle here that doesn't make sense to me, or I'm being trolled, and I have an alternate solution that seems to work. I just need to do it better. Yeah, I was going to throw out the near side, too. That was also part of the plan. Once I saw how my speed was there, it seemed necessary. I'm still going to eat the explosion, though, just because it's, you know, style points. But, like, that looks like the right solution, but I'm just stumped as to what the rest of this stuff is why the rest of this stuff is happening. It just does not seem in tenor with the rest of the hack, and that's what's bugging me. Like, if Oyo was here, I would definitely, like, directly ask him, like, is this the intended solution? Is it just blow off all of this stuff and ignore everything and just go do it this way? I guess the key difference is I'll enter an area with a Yoshi. I think you're supposed to make Yoshi grow up and then enter the door with him. I mean, that's my theory, but you could easily make this work such that if you enter the door without a Yoshi, you'll die somehow. Or, in fact, that's what I'm willing to bet's going to happen, actually. Call back to the first level, is because I won't be at the right height, it's going to put me someplace funny, and I won't get a goal orb, and will fall to the ground, and it'll laugh at me. So either way, I want to do this now, because I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. Now I just can't even run this. Yeah, the first level was literally just a, like, gauntlet you had to go through and stay big. And if you got to the end, you got through the door, and it would put you right back at the spawn underneath the orb, and if you were big, you would be spawning directly into the orb. If you weren't, you would fall down and have to do the level again. It was crafted. Yep, Field of Munchers is definitely a way it could do that. Well, so much for that. Definitely not enough horizontal momentum there. If growing Yoshi up is the right solution, correct. Yeah, and if Yoshi grows, he won't hit the key block. So I don't know how to get Yoshi out of there is the problem. Like, just looking at that structure, either I have a small Yoshi, and I can get the small Yoshi out of there, or I have a big Yoshi, and I can't get it out of there. So, like I said, I think there must be something I'm missing. Still gonna eat the explosion, like I said. But so far, every puzzle in this game has made sense. It's taken me some time to find those sense, but they've made sense. In before edible key? Can Yoshis eat keys? I mean, can baby Yoshis eat keys? That sounds like a plausible answer, actually. No? Okay. I was so shocked I just had to jump into the muncher. Not usually, at least. Well, this hack is pretty low ASM, so I have to imagine if the answer is not usually, then the answer in this one is no. All of the ASM here is like just add music, the retry patch, and a couple other like little quality of life things. And of course, removing LR scroll, because LR scroll breaks everything eventually. Always remove LR scroll, kids. How is he going backwards? I was watching Louis play Yump, the original, constantly using screen scrolling to his advantage. And occasionally breaking the game in unfortunate ways too, but... When you give someone a tool like that, they're going to use it. If you want to prevent them from using said tool, prevent them. Even if you want to do an old school hack. Like, I've liked the ethos of this hack a lot. Mostly because I like puzzles. Alright, well, let's find out if Yoshi can eat keys. None of that revealed if Yoshi can eat keys. Like, is that a clue? Is 8 a thing I need to be paying attention to? Is the fact that that's a U, maybe? U, that could look like a Y, maybe? I'm grasping at straws really hard now. Huh. So that's how you fail it. Eat it! Yoshi proceeds not to eat the key. Because Yoshis will eat things if they, like, slide into them when you're not holding them, so clearly that's not the plan. maybe there's just something I don't know. Like, there's only two possibilities in my mind. One is that this is all a trick, and the other is that you can eat the damn P-switch bottom, and I don't think you can, having tried many a time. Alright, let's rearrange ourselves a little bit. Get ready to die. I'm not sure what we're doing here, but we're gonna figure it out. And again, if anyone has any good ideas, feel free to shout them out. Or any bad ideas. Or just any ideas in general. Like, I once had like a peanut butter, jelly, and cheese sandwich. You know what? It was okay. That was an okay idea. I don't know how to actually get the Yoshi to move quickly. To the left. I think I know how to make him do it to the right, but I just don't know how to make him do it to the left. In terms of, like, physically how I'm supposed to throw him, is what I mean. If he's going to the right, well, you toss him to the right, try it from the left instead. That's what I'm going to try. That's literally what I'm going to do. See? Ugh. Like, I think I could have actually made it that time. I had enough time. Yoshi keeps your X speed when you toss him? Yeah, but he also bonks against walls. Like, I think that's how I'm doing it. But I'm also having trouble, like, consistently doing it from the left. Maybe the problem is I probably have a lot less speed coming from the left, now that I think about it. Wow, that was like the latest I've ever been with that. Eh? That, what? Okay. That looks like some sort of evil thwomp. Okay. This is awesome. Oh god, I need to move a lot faster. It's Mad 16? Oh, I get it now. I don't have to worry about despawning Mad 16 because he's a lair. And whistles at me constantly. Jump! Oh, I almost made it. Looks celebratory? Oh, it's not yet. But that part wasn't that hard. I think I'll make it this time. I'm really curious to see what Mad 16 is going to do. Yeah, custom bosses in SMW are hard to do already, but doing one with no actual ASM is kind of impressive. And look, no soft locks. This is cute. This is really fucking cute. I definitely love Mad 16. Ooh, I gotta go faster. I need to re-grab there. I just need to hold there. That part isn't hard. I also really appreciate having nice new hype music. Like, if someone told me this was like from F-Zero or something, I'd totally believe them. I cannot hit that thing. No block. Just got that feel. Now, let's see if I'm still dead. Oh god. Layer 2 gets moving quick. There we go, that's better than my regrab policy. Just do a jump inside the little gap. I'm not testing all of those doors. What's going on? I don't think I wanted that. Okay. Yeah, I think I actually do want to land on the top of one of these things. Right side, since the upper half will be a little less populated, I think. Like, I think that's what's indicated is I need to get up there. It's just a full spin jump. That's all it is. Like, I don't need to be smart about this. Maybe it's not a full spin jump and I need to be smart about this. It's also like a little bit of lag. What? Alright, that's not the plan. I don't know, this boss fight has a little bit of lag. Just a little bit of slowdown. Alright, I guess we'll just try to live the gauntlet, and hopefully something will happen. I heard a shell. Ah. Yeah, big bullet blasters on both sides. You can't go past it. I thought they were line guides. I just didn't read it right. Like, you can see why I thought that, because I didn't see the shading on them. Like, I assumed I had to get to the top of him and fight him like he's some sort of giant. Like that game about giants. You know, Shadow of the Colossus. Citizen's Giant Kabutops, or whatever his name was. May have ever asked, have I played Crosscode? No, I do not believe I played Crosscode. I think I've had it on my Steam wishlist for years, or possibly have bought the game during some Steam sale, but I have not played it. I'm getting a lot of those questions. It's always a disconcerting time. Get in there. Well, not right now. Highly recommend it. Currently playing through it on Switch. Well, not right now, because class, yeah, I get it. It's the game you are currently occupied with. Much like I am occupied with Undertale in addition to this. And possibly some form of Picross. I haven't turned on my Switch in a while. It was my indoor need to burn some time game. I like Picross. They had a couple good ones on the Switch. The more recent one I didn't, or the other one I didn't care about. I played the Kimono Friends one, but it was just like, it was exactly what it was said on the tin. It was just a bunch of animal girls. But it was enjoyable. I had good music. The other one has like a plot, and like all of the things are like toasters and stuff, or manhole covers, and it's just not as good. It wasn't as enjoyable. I'll probably still beat it by doing all the things at some point, but I'm just not excited about it. It's a really hard game at times, it's really good. Huh. Yeah, Undertale's good too. I'm doing that one, if you look in the Discord, I'm doing it at around 8 to 9 my time on Sunday. Apparently, Discord events do, in fact, translate the time to the correct time zone of the person reading them, which saves me a little bit of trouble. I'm also scheduling a chat hacks, so people who are in Discord, please vote on that. Yeah, I'm roughly halfway through. I've met the lizard and then defeated 2 people wearing armor. And that's where I left off last time. And Kappa and other knowledgeable people said I was about somewhere between half and 2/3 done, and so good time to take a break and then wait to get started next time. Definitely looking forward to getting back to it. It's a fun game. There we go. You've played it before? It's accurate? Oh, crap. Alright. I wonder if holding B is gonna fuck me in the long run. Alright, that's the end. Why isn't this playing the Sigma music? From like Mega Man X, what, 2 or 3? Where he like gets mad at you and runs you into a lava wall? Still feel like I need to go faster. Do I intend on doing multiple runs? Not presently. Oh, it looks like looks like Mad 16 is done for. That's all there is. Just grab it off the plinth. Yeah, there was no music as far as I could tell for the last 2 rooms. Oh. What an ending. What an ending. Thank you for playing. Thank you for the GGs. Inspirations, unintended behavior, yump, and jump hacks. Castle of WTF entry, oh boy, OLDC. Odd Sands, cool or cruel, I can tell. Several of those inspirations. Maybe not the cool or cruel bit, but everything else I can see. Mostly because there's nothing shooting fruit at me. I bet there's side exit. I'm just gonna bet there's side exit. No, there's not. That was a level. Huh. But there's not another overworld event, I imagine. Nope. Whew. It's done. Alright. Yeah, I think that there's no good reason not to approve it. Oh. Alright, let's see. It's currently 3. Well, what should we do? Go back to a level that has good music, for one, before we spend more time thinking about things. I think this one had good music.